Now we're going to actually work on obstacles. So what is an obstacle in the game? An obstacle in the game is a sprite. That is, whether it is affected by lighting or not, we'll have to see. But for all obstacles, they should be affected by lighting. And we will be able to place this obstacle using this editor. So instead of foliage, I guess I could call it foliage. These objects here, if I place one of them, let's say here, and then I go back into the game, they should show up collision detection in the with this circle here in the game. That's the idea. That's what I want to do today. And so, like, now that we have all of this transparency stuff out of the way, the transparency is no longer affected. Sometimes by lighting, sometimes it's not. We have the possibility to distinguish between the two. We can now work on the actual obstacles, these ones right here. And how I want to do that is actually really simple. Now that I have more knowledge about C++, we can actually do a really cool thing. And I don't know if I want to do this locally. So what I have in the game is an update editor function, and this update editor is the level editor that we just saw. If I press enter, I can go into this, I can move the stuff around, I can move lighting around. And in this editor, this is where you guys, in the future, not yet, because it looks terrible, right? You see this? It's dog shit. This is where you guys will be able to play around and modify the game and create your own levels. You know, basically modding. If some people are interested in that. That's the idea. That's what I want to allow you guys to do. And for that, we need foliage that we can place. That is also acting as some sort of a collision stuff. And so in order to do that, in the update editor method, I need to define some sort of maybe a const foliage, like a const array of foliage. Maybe not an array, but const. How do we do this actually? Let's call it the foliage list. And in that foliage list, how do we do this? A foliage has a sprite ID, a position, a color, velocity, animation time. Oh yeah, right. Right. But I don't think I need a layer. I want to animate some foliage in the future. Like, for example, a tree could be animated by having leaves blow in a certain direction. You know, to give the map a little bit more of a feeling that it's alive. You know, have maybe some grass that is blowing in the wind. Stuff like that. You mean like a similar system to Minecraft, light level system with luminance, brightness levels? I don't think it's exclusive to Minecraft. I don't know how Minecraft lighting works either. Cakez, you definitely need layer. Why would I need layer if I have the position? I can calculate the layer from the position. I have foliage. Now, obviously, it's a little bit more CPU power to calculate the position every frame. But still, why make it difficult for me? Like, I'm talking about foliage in the game, in the level. If I move a tree up, right? If I move this tree up, like his layer should be calculated at the, like, it should always be like updated. And so obviously I could bring in a system where only if I move the tree, then the layer gets updated. But I think it's bad.
Cheer 100 brother boy on YouTube asked you a nice question. You read it but ignore it. And then you ask why your viewership gets so frontal.
No, the person on YouTube, the great Levine, and he is great, you know, because he understands what it means when someone works on something. Okay, you're totally wrong. Okay, guys, I'm gonna break the game now. game CPP is red? Why? Oh yeah, right. Okay, we're going to add this foliage list now. Fuck yes, I love this. I think we can get the foliage system working today. But before we do this, I learned from yesterday to git add, git commit -m, managed, edit obstacle checking to the attack range indicator, and edit unlit option to rendering. Git push. Chat's mom is fat. Okay. There we go. All right, now we can actually work on this. Get rid of this. Let's save it like that, and let's start making some foliage. Now, what do I first need to do? I want to get rid of the color, the velocity from a foliage. It's because of the fireflies, right? If I get rid of the velocity from a foliage, then I can't have a firefly. I'm gonna get rid of fireflies for now. I'll do that a little bit differently. So guys, I have a question for you. Cakez, thank you very much for following. I don't know if a firefly is foliage or not, but what I have in the game right now is something that moves like this. It's not even drawn anymore, looks like. It's not even drawn anymore, lol. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the fireflies. How would you implement this? Let's say you're making a game like Stardew Valley. God, like these images are terrible, but this, how would you implement this? Well, I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. And then we don't need a layer, but we need an animation type.
Thank you, Renze_Z for 300 bits.
Thank you, bro.
300 congrats on the sub goal. 3.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, incredible support. Not only here on YouTube too. If I'm asking, no, it's essentially just a position and move into a random direction. But I guess I'm holding myself up a little bit too much. This is what we need. And let me check in the game. Foliage 2. I have a collider radius. Okay, we need a collider radius as well. Now we have actually... Ah, shit, we don't. That was 4 ints. That was neatly packed. Now it's no longer packed. Maybe it's still packed though. Let's see. Collider radius. Okay, we need a collider radius on the foliage. Maybe we can do more. We don't have that much foliage. I have normalized movement direction each frame, add a small random direction and renormalize. The thing is, the reason why I'm asking is because if I have that, then I would need to have the vector 2 direction stored on the foliage. So that I add a random direction based on that direction. So that if I go from one frame in, let's say, to the, for you guys would be to the right, and then the next frame it decides to go to the left, like it would flicker left and right. So I have to store the direction and only like do partial changes to it. So that direction, it has to be stored there then, if that makes sense. You know? Or I just have this. I have a critter. And then the critter, I don't know, they have a direction and a sprite ID. And then maybe a float collider And this could be for
Great to be back to my
clicking
favorite
on
Vulcan
it.
stream. Please keep your functions shorter
Sheep.
than 5 lines.
Big
Example?
retard, don't help.
For example, the sheep in Kingdom Rush. What do you think? Now we have a critter that has this direction. We don't need to put it here. And then maybe it also has a float animation time. Animation time. Do we even need the animation time? It could just be dependent on game time. Game time always gets increased, no matter what happens. Now that I changed the foliage, by the way, guys. Oh no. Now that I changed the foliage, the entire level is fucked up. Uh-oh. I just changed data. Okay. Guys, this is going to require a lot of 5-head coding. Oh, what's going on? Hello, Code and Agree. We are working on obstacles today. So the reason why this is bad, what I just did. Foliage. Let's mark this as A, then struct level. A level has an array of foliage in the game. And so why is this bad? Well, this is bad because I store the level to the disk. And if I change the data of this structure, it's a binary file saved to the disk. The binary file starting from this array no longer matches, which means all of this stuff is actually broken. This data is no longer valid. And so that means I have to quickly create a loading routine for the level. No version field. I do have a version field. However, I don't have a very well... Like this is the... Wait. Let me see. I need to quickly see the old version of the level. We're here. It's fine. So this is the old version of foliage. We go. Then I might as well add, after foliage, I might as well add an array of critters. Let's say at most 200 critters. Okay, now that's important to do. And let's see, load, level. I still don't know how to do this perfectly, but essentially is if the file size is unequal to the level size, so we basically made changes to it. It's not perfect, but the thing would be if the version is different. So I think what I want to do here is, since this is always the version, I want to create a default version. Let's say this is my version 1 at the moment. So instead of saying...
Gotcha, bitch.
I don't even know what I'm storing to level. Mem set level, let me see here, level. Shit, how do I do this? I need a current level version or something, or like a backlog level version. Wait, constant, maybe here. Maybe I need to have a const expression. Int, level, version. Turn that to 1. You need to write a converter, AB struct, on the number of times I've had to do that. Refactoring fun, good old days. Load on A, save on B. Yeah. So I guess we'll do this. If the level... No, we load the level file. And then we could say, okay, well, we have the int version is level file. That's a level pointer. Version. There we go. because it always has the version at the very beginning. And then if the version is the same as the level version that we have right now, and I should probably call it current level version, right? Why is this wrong here? Do I have this already? Huh? Oh lol? Huh? I already had that. Uh-oh. Yeah, wait. That's bad. Wait a minute. Yeah. That means the current level version should be number 2. I think. Version. And I want to rename this to current level version. Here we go. If it's the same, then we can just copy this over. Now, I would love to see what happens when I load this in a second. And now let's switch back to the working tree. What I had before was this type of foliage structure. That is right. Struct foliage old. We should create that. Struct foliage old. That was this. And then the level was that before. Which means level old basically looked like that. Like this. Okay. Now, what do I need to do? On level old, I store the version, the background name, we copy that. The duration, the gold per second, which I think this is something I don't need anymore. Because I don't get gold per second. You really should use JSON or something like else that instead. Keep remaking the levels and skill trees because it's so fragile. I don't know. Babe, wake up. New Tangy TD just dropped. Tangerine TD just dropped. You can load the broken levels for fun. Can you load the broken levels for fun? You mean right now? Since I changed the data? Fine, I'll try. Did it just crash? What version do we have? Huh? Oh, I added in more code. So I can't actually do that right now, bro. It's fine. I'm just gonna do it like this. Let's see here. Starting gold. I don't think we need that anymore. No, starting gold, yes. What? I don't think we need starting gold. Every level has the same starting gold. And depending on the... I wonder if we'll see a new level being created. No, we won't. Gold per second. I'll keep it for now. It's fine. Max lives. Starting gold, hero rewards. This is no longer needed. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this. The old one still has the level reward, but the new one doesn't need that. So let's get rid of this. Then the LUT strength. I don't use this anymore. So we'll get rid of this too. Ambient color, ambient mask. I don't think I need an ambient mask. So let's get rid of that too. Which means ambient mask is gone. And then copy paths. Yeah. This time it goes through level old paths dot count. And then it adds to the path of the new level, yeah. Copy foliage, there we go. So, level old, foliage dot count. Now this is where we have to create an old foliage. So, like, listen. What you're saying is right, Inukai. If I were to create a JSON file, it would be easier, I think, to implement this, maybe, because even if I have different JSON files, I still need to handle going from version 1 to version 2. So let's say between version 1 and between version 2, I deleted 4 arrays from the level because I don't need them anymore. Now I have to make sure that while I'm loading a version 1 and my current version is version 2, I see these things in the JSON file. I need to ignore them. But maybe it's actually less work, because you can still handle it without JSON, right? Just in code, without but with a more structured thing. Was I've kind of know, so ignore what if what I'm saying is dumb. I don't know. I'm loading a binary file, so Mr. Supercool has written me like a huge explanation in the past on how to do it, and I think I even have a link on how to load. Yeah, we do. Fuck, where's that link? Actually, we do have a link as well. But, like, I'm not gonna do it, I think. Steam info, font, Steam, visibility. Maybe it's here, streaming. Serialization, yeah. So this link right here. How media molecule does serialization? Serializer, datum, data version. Size of, score, game score state. Maybe that's an interesting read for like a React or something. That's super useful. 6 years ago. Thanks for sharing this. I'm currently working on finding the best serialization system for my projects. Find this very useful resource. So I think we're going to read this. Not today, but I'm gonna add this to React suggestions on Discord. Why not? Completely cooked games. That sounds interesting. Wait. Thank you guys for all of the React suggestions. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, for helping out with this. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. It makes it so much easier. Now, obviously, when I'm around on YouTube, I look out for these myself. But man, thank you. So let's see. F old. We get the... Huh? Why is this complaining? Level old. Ah, yeah. The level old uses the foliage old still. Now we have an F old, and in order to copy this over, foliage F is, whoops, this F dot, we just need to fill in these. Whoops. Let's add this in. So animation time is going to be 0. Position is going to be f old dot position. Sprite ID is going to be f old dot sprite ID. There we go. Now I wonder why this complains. Oh, because of the comma, not commas, but semicolons. There we go. Now that we have that, we add the F to it. Foliage. And now we can call it foliage. Let's turn that into foliage. Now that we have properly loaded the foliage, we can just assign the lights and additional spawns because it's an array. And I can even assign the paths properly. Wait a minute. So let's see. Paths is an array. We can assign that because it's a structure. Foliage is something we need to load. Array, array, array. Let's see. Level challenges. Ah, yeah, these are level challenges. I think I still need that, but I'm going to turn that to 0. It's already 0, so. I should store that still, though. Maybe not. For now, not. 50% of coding, 50% of reacting, yeah. Alright, let's see. Ambient. Copy paths. Cool. Now we can just do this. Level paths is level old paths. Because it's a structure. Cool. And then over here, there's always going to be changed. That's much easier. And then we save the level. And then implement versioning properly. This is an assertion just to remind me that, oh, I still need to do it correctly. Is this everything? See how, like, it's not really that much code. I don't know if I should actually do a JSON file or not. But I want to see implement versioning properly. Oh yeah, I wanted to see that here. Background. Wild Woods. I think Wild Woods is the first one here, yeah. Wait, don't I have a level background already? Now I don't need that anymore? So level old. Yeah, that should stay. But I still want to... Alright, now obviously we have a bunch of errors in the game. Because we no longer have the layer for every foliage. Layer doesn't need to be calculated. I was calculating this anyways every frame, so there was no point. That's so bad. Drop shadow, yeah. Use JSON for everything, please. But why? Like, I need to, obviously, I'm not against using JSON. I just want to find out a reason for why I should use JSON. And hello, Frank C on YouTube. Hello there. Shouldn't you only worry about them if they are missing? You should really use JSON or something else instead. But why? Like, it's fine. If, you know, there's a reason to use that, then I will use it. But I need to know for sure. Okay, the Firefly, by the way, guys, is gone for now, because that will be a critter. Foliage is just animated if it needs to be animated. And then I don't know why I have this Y origin here. Oh, I see. No, it's literally, it calculates the layer based on the F position. .y. And it draws the sprite using the F position plus the sprite.pivot offset. And this is something that we will implement now as well, or in the future. Every sprite or every tree will have their own pivot point. And then as the tree like has its head here and then the trunk below, if I draw it in the middle, obviously the tree is in the wrong location. Now I can use a pivot offset for the pivot point and then offset it so that the tree is around the bottom. Hi Summit1G, you're in the wrong channel, bro. Casual 20,000 lines of code file. Yeah, it is. But all of the 20,000 lines of code are needed, so. Sprite. And then over here, I want to turn this into a foliage. There we go. And I want this to be a reference. It's a bit easier to do. Sprite. I wonder why the rendering options, we don't need that. It's just rendering option transparent for now. And maybe I will add that to foliage in the future to give them some cool options. But maybe that's just for critters. I just love this, you know. I love making good progress in the game. Now, obviously, we can't see much, right? But
Am I so
Soon.
out of touch?
soon.
No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Pixel Helmet. Mr. Almeida, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Pixel Helmet, bro. There we go. Now, all of this is changed. And the foliage, drawing the foliages is much more optimized. Cool. Init hero of type. Complete challenges. Init hero of type, draw sprite. Hero data. Complete level challenges. Ah, hero already unlocked. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. We don't need the hero already unlocked because we don't unlock this shit anymore. Hero reward. That's gone. Next. Hero already unlocked. XP awarding time. Gone. Hero reward. Finish awarding experience points. Finished. Then we need to save the level. Save the game. Nice. Hero reward. What is that? That's the editor. Completely gone. Don't need that anymore. Levels don't award heroes anymore. That was an old thing. Cool. Gone. Color. Ah, we don't need to make a color anymore. We don't have a layer. We just add foliage to the level. Thank you. No conspiracy for following, man. Enjoy the free stream, ad break. Holy, thank you, thank you. How much gonna be broken? Not much, actually. Move normally. This is draw foliage. Let me see. Material, no color at the moment. Layer would be, let's mark this as A and then update and draw foliage. Let's get that here. There is a reason for why. Let me check here. Calculate layer. It's Y origin. Yeah. Let me yoink this. And then go here. Let me see. The Y origin looks the same. And then we're just going to calculate the layer like that. Every time I update it. Like this. We don't have a color. That goes away. Draw liked. Firefly is gone. We don't need that. Y origin. Important. The position. Game offset floor. This is basically where I have put the game in the game, yeah. What is this? Key pressed left mouse. Selection layer. I don't know if I need the layer. I see. So I'm selecting. Is this important, the selection layer? Selection position. Is it important? Do I use this for collision detection? You added version control into the level editor or something, Cakez? How are you going to control update this? Not sure what you mean, but you just saw how I did this. Greetings from California. Hello there, Professor Monkey. Greetings from Germany back. Hello there. Let's see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Draw sprite. What is this? Draw the foliage. Shouldn't I draw this? Game state level screenshot. Draw game background. Actually, I don't do that anymore. No, I actually do. Yeah, I do. Let's see, foliage in game. Draw game background. Oof, difficult to say. Maybe just calculate layer like that. F dot position. This is something I do later. Okay, what is that? Calculate layer init foliage. I see, yeah, let's get rid of that. Sprite size. I wonder why that is used. Okay. Oh, that's it. We can already build. Let's see. I hope... I hope that this works, bro. Please tell me this works. I did so much code. Oof. Let's see. The moment we get to town, we'll see if it works or not. Please work. Hä? Looks awesome. I have a feeling that it takes the current version 1. Yeah, okay. Level version. Oh, this is a case statement. Switch on the level version. Can I do case true? Fine. We'll do level version 1. Or should I do... Yeah, let's do 1. Fine. It was a case statement. Looks very clean to me. Is this good, guys? Is this a good switch case statement to do? Oh. I don't need level type IDs anymore. This can go, actually. This is no longer needed. And then Palworld is also no longer needed. Hell yeah. Look at that. It should go in here now. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Level old background. Assets crossroads. Yeah. Cool. Level version is 2. Duration. Actually, we don't need the duration anymore. The duration is defined by... Actually, before I do this, I want to get rid of the duration. Yeah. Don't need that anymore. How many subs have you gifted? He's gifted too many subs, man. It's a lot. Oh yeah, wait. Actually, this has to go away then. Cool. I think this is fine, guys. You know, changing this little bit of code for every version. Look how little I had to do.
Hello everyone.
I think it's totally fine.
Hope you have better day than yesterday.
Hello, Betsy. Good morning. All right, let's see. So, gold per second. We don't really use that at the moment, but I still save that because maybe I use it. Maximum lives. This is also not used. Starting gold is not used. Ambient color is actually used. 0.25, 0.25. That is copied over. Paths. We have 1 path in the game. That's copied over. The additional spawns, we don't have any. We have point lights. 2. They are copied over. And now for the foliage, how many do we have? 38. And it should copy over the sprite and the position for every foliage. And then once it's done, 38. Looking good. it gives me the assertion to make sure that I do this properly, and then we are saying, okay, sir, save the level. And save the level just deletes the file and writes the file again. Which I'm confident should work. And if it doesn't, we can undo the change using Git. Wow! It just works! You see that? Now the cool thing is, we can use those foliages. If you commit this time. And what happens if I go to the town? Does it work too? It works too. Cool. Now, why did I do all of this? The reason why I did all of this is so that I can now add actual physical colliders into the game. So, for example, this tree right here will be a physical collider where I can't attack anymore. So, and that's essentially... Okay, I think I'm going to git add to commit this. Git add. Edit level loading using version numbers. Newest version is 2. Git push. Chat's mom is fat. Okay. Sorry, why did you decide to make your own engine? I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn how to make games using C++. And if I fail making a game in C++, I'm more valuable to a company if I decide to ever go into a company instead of making my own games using my own engine and stuff. Nice vision obstructing. Yeah, vision obstructing happens now. This is what I wanted to do in the beginning. But we needed to do like some conversion stuff, of course. Now, we need to update editor.
Gotcha, bitch.
And now we can create a different list of foliage that I want to use in the game. So for example, some old trees, I don't need them anymore. For example, this old tree, no longer needed. This one, however, nice tree. And how do we do this? Sprite ID is... Shouldn't be so bad. Sprite, foliage. 4 maybe. I want to clean up the sprites now anyways. These old sprites, I'm going to get rid of them. And I'm going to get rid of these sprites as well. So I will only have these 2 trees for now, because this is the perspective that I want to go for. These 2 trees. And then this. And the torch is also wrong. It's a bit too large. I need to make the torch a little bit smaller. I can't wait until you start playing Elden Ring, so I can get this backseating party started. Panditech, thank you very much for following. Bigger, better? No, not in this case. Can this please tell me... I hate when the editor is not giving me data. I hate that. When I do dot, it should give me, like, for example, I know that there is a collider radius. But it's not giving me that. I know it's correct, but yeah. Okay, it's time to... This section should not be changed, order offset, because it's saved to the disk by index. Yeah, everything is going to get fucked now. Which is fine, because I will redesign all of the levels. So... Let me see, how do I do this? I want to have a tree. Guys, what type of tree is this? What type of tree is this? How would we call this type of tree? It's not a birch. An ugly one, a fair tree, a stardew tree. Tree correct. It's a tree, ball tree. I'm making a new account, man. I need a new chat. Like, this chat sucks. Bush. It's a tree. Oak tree. Balls. Tree, good one. Oak tree. Oak tree, you say? Oak tree. Yeah. That's an oak tree. Thank you. Thank you so much. That actually is an oak tree. Okay, how do we do this? Sprite. Foliage. Oak. Or tree. Oak. And then we have oak tree, dark. We get rid of all of these. Trees 1 to 6. Gone. Then we have a bush. Green. Firefly is gone. Burning torch. Gone. Wooden door. Yeah. I don't know if I keep that. Or if I do something else instead of this. But I'll keep it for now. Well, I want to get rid of rocks. These 2 trees. I want to keep the signpost, but have it like this. Because maybe I will still use this. Menu fire animation. Ah, yeah, that's basically just a fire. We have a bush already, green bush. Deer over fire. Foliage deer over fire, and we have a snowman. What else did I delete? Different types of bushes and trees. Now this is going to need to be fixed now. Oh goodness. So let's see. Foliage section.
Gotcha, bitch.
Let's fill in these. And then we're good. Okay. Let's see here. Atlas offset. And then I definitely want to have a size. And I want to have a .pivot offset as well. God, I love this. Look at this. How... Wow. Wait a minute. Okay, nice. Get rid of all of the other ones. Foliage, tree, animation, signpost. Gone. Nice. Okay, it all begins here. Very nice. Okay, let's begin with the oak tree. Where is that? In the atlas. It is right here. The oak tree is 976. And 288. The size of the oak tree is 32 by... No, actually it's 48. By, I think, 64. The pivot offset for the oak tree is going from the middle. Actually, I think it is... Wait a minute. It is a 64 tree. Well, we can also make it a bit smaller. Like, how much? This maybe? 56? But I don't like this. I guess I'll go for... like putting this in the middle. I think that's better. There we go. Alright, if we go from the middle of the sprite, which is here, how many pixels do we need to go down? 14? Okay, and then the dark tree is essentially the same, 976. Instead of 976, we have 928. Then 288. 48. 64. And then 0 and minus 14. Alright, now, next, the bush. I think I'll keep this bush for now, but it looks bad. Those are such sexy sprites by Sexy Ben. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, bro. I don't like this bush, it looks bad. Fine, I'll use this bush for now.
Gotcha, bitch.
So that is 64 by 128. 64 by 128. And the size is 32 by 32. The pivot offset for this, I would say, is how much? 8? Nah, I guess it's nothing for now. Right, wooden door. Where's that? Pseudo Bang Bang. Thank you very much for following, man. Good morning. That's here. This is the entire sprite, is it? Oh, 51? That's bad. That's actually really bad. It's gotta be 52. Meaning we have to make this one larger. That's fine. At least. However, I feel like doing this. Just in the middle, so we have the entire thing here. Alright, where's my position? 944. By the way, when I switch back into the game and, you know, build all of this, the level is going to look like it's fucked up, okay? Because it's referencing something that doesn't exist anymore. Actually, I should do this right now. I need to delete every single piece of foliage that we have in the game. Because otherwise we can't see it anymore because it's invisible. I need to somehow clean all of this up. Okay. We'll rebuild the game, the level, that's fine. How long did it take you to make all of these sprites? 2 years, something like that. Not even 2 years. He started in December 2022 or 1. 3 years? 2 years? 2 years. Instead of making level, he's deleting it. No, it's important that I do this right now. Very important. The data has to be changed. Cakes is placed randomly. Is all placed randomly then? No, nothing is placed randomly. I place this by hand. What is this here? 464. Oops. Lol. The size of it. 96 by 64. 96 by 64. Pivot offset, I don't know yet. But it's not going to be like a collider or anything. Let's see. If this is the middle, how much do we go down by? Like 24, 25? Something like that? Let's try 24 first. Signpost air units. That is here. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. This, we can move it. That's fine. I'm just gonna put it here. Then it has its own space. It is on 96 by 112. It's 48 by 32, I think. No, actually 48 by 48. And then the pivot offset for that, this one actually has one. That is real. So here somewhere. So 24. I love this, you know? Having all of this control. Like, you guys have no idea how awesome this is. Obviously, I still do all of this work by hand. Right? That is awesome. I love this. This is really cool. Next, the fire is... Yeah, where was it? Where the fuck was the fire? Eh? I had like an entire fire animation here somewhere. Am I blind? Lagerfeuer. Ah, here. Ooh. Oh. I don't know. I don't remember how much that is. Now I have to guess. That sucks. How much is it, though? That's bad. Think it's 18 by 22. How do I move? How do I move this? Is this 18 pixels? Let's see. 18? I think it's 22. There's another 18 here. Yeah, this is why I should not or never do misaligned sprites like this. Because I don't have a sprite packer. So it's 18 by 22. Fine. Pivot offset. If we do 22 or maybe 20. This is the middle. We can do -8. Maybe you should write an A-Sprite script that generates this code based off of layer names. You think that's possible? Like a clown sitting on a plank and we try to yeet pipes in your face to make you trip? What's this kid talking about? All right. Yeah, I need to do this better. 884. I'll figure out a better way to do this. 986. It's a lot of busy work. Deer over fire. It's down here. That's another one. Hopefully, please tell me it's aligned with the pixel grid. I think it is. That's the entire thing. Okay, so 160 and 232. No, 2320. And the size is 48 by 64. And the pivot offset is 0 and let's see. This is the middle. No, that's the middle. 23, 22. Let's do 24. All right, and then the snowman, and we are done. That's the foliage. Snowman. There we go. Hello there, sir. It is 32 by 32, and it begins on 192 by 2288. 32 by 32. And the pivot offset is 0, and let's see. Beginning. Want it to be somewhere here, so -12, I guess. Cool. Oops. And this is going to be -24, not plus. Now, okay. What's gonna happen now, hopefully, is nothing. And we can start building. Oh no, we get a bunch of errors first. Yeah. This is a sprite foliage fire. Over here. And then, oh yeah, we have sprite foliage. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Oh. I think that's it. What we do here right now is the colliders. So collider radius for the oak tree. Let's see. The oak tree. This guy right here. How big should the collider be in pixels? If this is the... We're talking about the radius here, right? If this is the middle, 6 maybe? Maybe 6? Maybe 8? Because it's like a fat tree, right? But like, should we do the stump? Or should we do like the head of the tree in terms of collider? And then the oak tree old, or the, the dark Oak tree has 8. Yeah. Only the lower part. Yeah, I'll try 8 and we'll see how that goes. Then the bush. I don't think a bush should obscure vision. What do you guys think? It's a bush. It would look something like this, but in better. Like with this color and like a cooler looking bush. This is like an old bush I drew a long time ago. So I feel like a bush should have 0. And then the wooden door, which, like, listen, the wooden door is basically the exit for where units go to. And I'm gonna give it a collider of 0 for now. The signpost should also be 0. The signpost is this thing. This is just supposed to be a helpful thing. It's not like a huge tree stump where if you sit behind it you can't attack. Then the deer, no, actually the fire should also be 0. And then the deer over fire. That's this thing down here. I think this should have a collider, but essentially you can essentially shoot through this, right? But okay, fine. Let's say it has a collider radius of 12. And then the snowman, yeah, the snowman should obscure vision, because it's beautiful and then annoying at the same time. 8. Cool. Now we have this foliage list, and I don't know exactly what to do with this yet. Because from this list is what I want to do a for loop of. So for example, a UI section, left pane, level names, foliage list. There we go. Yeah, sprite foliages, we don't need those anymore. I need to go through all of the foliage in the foliage list. Sprite index. Oh yeah, that's basically just yeah. Next sprite ID, array size, foliage list. Next sprite size. Okay. Why don't we just get the foliage? Foliage is foliage list on sprite index. And then I guess we could say next foliage. Hello. Next foliage on the next sprite index. And then we can sprite size. The next sprite size is easier. Foliage dot sprite ID get sprite and then next foliage. Not sure why I do this, but feature creep. No. There's a reason for why. This is basically just a list. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. Do a following button using the. Oh, let's do a following button using the actually sprite is get sprite foliage.sprite ID. Then we can do sprite.size. I'm actually doing very well on time. The stuff that I did today is incredible. I did so many things. Actually don't need that anymore here. That's actually wrong. Yes, game will be ready in 6 years and 2 months. Yeah, just wait, guys. Just wait, okay? Foliage F. Level add foliage. Update layer. Don't need that. This is so easy. Lol.
Gotcha, bitch.
Foliage F is foliage. And we call this new foliage. We set the new foliage position to the thing here. And then we add the new foliage to the list of foliages. There we go. Struct foliage 2. We don't need that anymore, but I guess we can do struct foliage 3 oak. And firefly, what is that? Draw foliage. Firefly continue. Wonder. Ah, yeah, that was for the fire. Yeah, don't need that. And that's it. That already is everything. Lol. Thank you very much for following. Schmeck. How are you doing today? Hey, Mapier, long time no see. I'm doing very well today. I've made incredible progress on the game. Thank goodness. Everything's starting to become much easier as we're getting really close to have all of the features in the game that I want to have. That I wanted to have for such a long time. I'm proud. Nice. Awesome. Okay, now taking a look at this oak tree. It's obviously a little bit wrong. Let me draw the collider for this. I want to see the collider. The circle. Where's that? Not a line. Ah, here. Because that could mean that the pivot offset is wrong. Oh yeah, it's definitely wrong. That's fine. We're going to change the pivot offset in the assets. Instead of -14, let's try -10. I think that's better. What do you guys think? If we get rid of the circle now, to not be confused by this, I think this looks good. Right? And now what I hopefully can do, not sure why this, oh, this is the one tree. I should be able to just place trees. Aha, it doesn't have a layer. The selection doesn't have a layer. Why do I need that layer for the selection? I guess I get rid of this. That's fine. I don't need that anymore. If it's not light. We don't need this at all. Update layer. Don't need this actually. Change position. We just need to change the position of the selection. Line gives error? No, like listen. So the reason why I had this line in the first place is because I was calculating the layer of the foliage only when I moved it. Now that I do it every frame, I don't need that line anymore. Do you understand, sir? Okay, so your attempts at making fun of this are weak. Because you don't know what you're talking about, bro. There we go, cool. The collision detection is somewhat off still. I would expect to be able to click on the center. It's a bit odd.
Am I so
It's
out of
definitely
touch?
a bit odd.
No.
BenRail17 is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Alright, let's start adding in some foliage. Oh god. I need to change the collision detection. It's atrocious. How do I do this? God, is that annoying. God, how do I do this again? Level names, foliage list, do following button, draw foliage. Wait, yeah, draw foliage. Background strings. We don't need those anymore, I think. Yeah, these are gone. Background, yeah, these background types no longer exist. Let's get rid of this. Implement this, yeah, we need to implement that still. Draw the game, draw the heroes. Draw the enemies. Draw the effects, draw the projectiles, draw the paths. What the happened with the foliage? What the fuck? Path type, holy shit, that's huge. Lights. Do we get to the selection soon? What the fuck? Huh? Am I blind? I'm confused. Hovered, there we go. Hovered item, there we go. That's it. Yeah, sprite collider. There we go. That's the important part here. Do we have a moving selection? It's a little bit... okay, draw foliage. There we go. Collider. The position of the foliage. Now I need to take minus the sprite. Do we have it? We don't. We do. It's called S. Oh my god, why did I call it S? Terrible. Minus the sprite dot pivot offset. And then it's in the middle again. So now I should be able to place or click in the mid. It's worse. It's even worse. Oh my god. Foliage dot position -2 vec2 4. Where is the position here for this? It should be like a white quad when I see. Huh? How do I have so many positions for foliage? These shouldn't exist. They are, see, this is what I mean. They need to go away. All of these white dots, I need to delete them. They shouldn't exist anymore. There we go. Okay, let's just use this one tree as an example. I want to hover over the middle part of the tree. Wait a minute. I see. It's not drawing it using the pivot offset, that's why it's wrong. Aha, now it's much better. So now this is actually the correct thing. Okay. Pivot is negative, so add it. Yeah, wait. Okay, so around this position, pivot is negative. And so, wait, the circle collider, right? The origin of the circle. Red, bro. Not render data. Let's see. So the red one is where the circle is in the middle. Huh? Wait, I need to add it? Okay. Huh? Why? Yes, add as pivot offset is negative. Fine. No, fine. It's okay. That's totally okay. We do it like this. Fine. Fine. It's okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Good. Let's build the level. I don't know why it like moves the mark as A. Moving. Do we have a moving selection? Draw selection. No. Selection. Green. Let's see. Color green. Box. Selection box position. Wait. Selection box is the foliage. Don't we have the foliage here? Yeah. Ah, yeah, I see. Needs to be pointed to that. Wait a minute. Let's keep it like this for now. The position for the selection. Almost there. Almost there. The selection position is plus sprite.pivot offset, I think. Good morning, P-Jokey. Let's see. Huh? Huh? Oh, I see. I see. It's a... Yeah, guys, I know. So essentially... Wait a minute. It's easy. It's actually easy. Wait, green, right? Draw box.
Why does it take 10 days to search for intro time? Why is the program crashing if I search for intro time?
Watch plus sprite.
Oh my
No,
god!
hovered. Item.sprite dot pivot offset. Hey, we have everything we need there. It's not perfect. It still moves down a bit. If we have an origin and collider radius, sprite size, selection box plus pivot offset is the position. Wait, is the origin minus sprite size divided by 2? No. It's right here. Uh-huh. I get it now. Selection box. Position plus. That's selection box size. How do I get the size? Based on the sprite. Aha. I see. Now why does it move down then? When I click on it. If hover item green. Eh? What am I doing wrong? Am I stupid? Color selection position. Oh, I don't remember this, man. What is this? God, that's so complicated. Reading your old shitty code, man. Fuck. I shouldn't have done this, bro. Fine. Listen, I don't know why the green button... now I'm triggered. No, actually, I'm triggered. So, color... green. This is the hovered item. Draw box. It's the same. Wait, huh? There's only two. So this has to happen. Selection position. What is this shit? If the key pressed down, okay. Selection position. Hover item sprite. Hover item collider. Position plus game offset. God, that's so fucking confusing, man. I'm just losing my mind here. It shouldn't be so difficult, bro. Hovered item collider. Hovered item collider. It takes the foliage position, pivot offset, and gives like a normal 24 radius. Thank you, guys. I'm learning a lot from you. Thank you, Simo. I appreciate it, man. Paid comment. Shut the fuck. It was a fun stream. I see you all soon. See you later, bro. Ah, come on. My brain stops functioning. It's 2 hours into the stream. It always happens around 2 hours. Fuck. It's 2 hours. Every time after 2 hours, my brain starts to go into the gutter. You can't program for longer than 2 hours without taking a break. Before you start, because you start making dumb mistakes. I need to stop. Cakes, time to refactor. Yeah, this refactor is something I do off stream. Like, there's no point in refactoring this right now because it's too many connections that I can't keep track of on stream. I have to do this off stream. It's essentially how I keep track of collision in the editor. I mean, it still does work, right? It's fine, but it's not perfect, and I want to fix this. So I'll fix that later. Right now, I'm just going to place a couple of trees. My lovely tree here that we had. It does feel good. The collision detection for the trees. So that's the important part here. Well, now that I say that, it doesn't really feel that good, but yeah. We still had this thing here. Somewhere here was it, right? Now you can do reaction as a break. Yeah, I will. Just gonna quickly place a couple of these in some nice spots where they make sense. I like this, you know. This is what I see myself doing in the future when I start designing levels, when I have everything in the game that I need. This is what I see myself doing. You know, just placing a bunch of foliage with hopefully better collision detection than I have right now for the mouse. There we go. I like that. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun to do this. Hello there, Huey. Long time no see, bro. Oh my god. I was expecting to click on the other tree. Yeah, I have to optimize the collision detection here. It really is annoying. But I think we are almost in a good spot right now with how it looks. Safe. And now we should be able to see this tree is kind of bad still. But for the most part, now what I want to do here is the following. In update game, down here, instead of going through this area of foliage, I want to actually go through the game of foliage. So basically, game state level dot foliage dot count, and then get those foliages. Instead of foliage 2, it's going to be a normal one. Oh, sorry, game state level dot foliage, like that. And I think the rest should still be the same. Now, the only thing I changed is I no longer... Aha! It works! Now, we have to get rid of the drawing for the foliage in this case. Where's that? Render data obstacles. Where do I draw that? No longer draw the sprite, please. But we can draw the circle. This is essentially it. There we go. Now, if I try to place a unit... Eh? What the fuck? Eh? Why is this happening? Eh? What the fuck's happening here? That's odd. What the fuck? Zero size?
Gotcha,
Oh,
bitch.
the zero size. Oh, exactly. You're right. Yeah, it's correct. Some of it's the bush. Isn't it? Yeah, it's the bush. Thank you. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was broken. I don't have the zero test yet. Oh, thank you so much. If we don't have a radius, we just continue. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that. Now, the cool thing is, I can... it's funny. I could draw... Actually, I don't want that tree. I could put a couple more trees in here. Yeah, why not? Save. And now I can try to place a unit here somewhere. We can see if you get a tag or not. And now it's actually, that's what I wanted to do today. Damn. Now all of this is still visual, right? We, like when I try to find, and you can see, take a look at this, at the very edge. God, is that nice. Are you calculating line of sight? Yes, that is calculated line of sight. And now the only thing that we have to take into account to finish this actually is whenever let's say a hero look for enemy to attack, and the other way around too. If I'm trying to look for an enemy to attack, I think we can do is in range, or we have another function that is like check for obstacles. And then we have like an is in or is line of sight, or let's call it is in vision, right? I think it's easier. Is in vision. Continue. If it's not in vision, and you know, that would take in the unit, the target, and the ability ID for the range. Now I don't have this is in vision function. We're just gonna make that bool is in vision. We're literally going to copy over this. Return true. Always at the moment. And this is what we are probably going to add in tomorrow, because I do not want to make mistakes right now. I need a small break. But yeah. Shouldn't it be after is in range? Oh yeah, sure. That's actually more optimal, right? Because if it's not in range, then we skip it. And this is more expensive. After is in more performant. True. Thank you. Yeah, and so that is what we are going to calculate tomorrow, but I already know. It's going to be a loop over the foliage. Something like this for sure. Something like this. But we'll do that tomorrow. Please write my name in your Git contributions. Thanks. Contributors, thanks. How are you calculating the position, the line of sight? Can you show the code? Yeah, I haven't done that yet, actually. I haven't done that yet. What I can tell you though is that essentially what I will do is this. I have my unit here. This is my unit. And then I have an enemy over here. And what I will do on the unit is draw a line here that has a length. But if there's a tree between the two. And that line is behind that tree. So it's further away than the tree. And that's essentially... now I have to take this line and figure out the angle, the attack angle. The tree has a collider that is around. I will basically generate two lines that are very easy to generate. One line in this direction. One line in this direction. And then these lines have an alpha. I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible. I'm left-handed, writing right. So alpha and beta. And how do we do theta? I guess like this. Whatever. I'm generating this angle. If this angle falls in between these angles and it's further away than the tree, then I will not attack. That's essentially how I'm going to do it. So essentially I generate 2 angles. And then if it's behind my obstacle in those 2 angles, I know that I can't attack it because there's an obstacle in the way. That's essentially how I'm going to do it. I'm not gonna do any ray casts, because maybe I can do a ray cast. Not sure how to do that. I generate a line. Like, okay, so let's say this is option A, right? What would option B then be? I have my unit. I have my enemy. I shoot a ray in this direction. And then that's basically a vector V. It's terribly written too. That's terribly done too. That's a vector V. Then I tried to figure out, okay, is there a tree in between the two with a collider? And then I just do line versus circle. That's what I could do. Not sure if I have that. What is that? Advanced flowchart design software? Yeah, right. Isn't that awesome? Why did you retract your message tonight, Craft? Is a level editor built into the game? Yes, the level editor is built into the game. Cakez, this is actually a breakthrough moment. After years of denial, you finally reach the stage where you are able to notice that your code is shitty. That is character progression. Shut the fuck up. Line versus circle. Eine? That's line, guys. It's an L. Okay. How do you write L? Like this? Line. So essentially I would have to get rid of this here too. And then do circle, like that. I or L, line versus circle, essentially. That's the idea. Not sure if I have line circle even in the game. Schnitzel lip. Oh. I do. But it looks really complicated. It does a lot of square roots. But maybe I don't need to do the square root and I can just multiply this by itself. I can use distance squared and then radius times 2. Does every programmer realize his code is shit about 6 to 18 months after writing it? Yes, you do, because you learn. You get better at programming. And therefore, you see that your old code that you have written is dog shit. Of course, that's how it works. It's basically learning. Cool. I'm very happy about this. We now have obstacles in the game. And those obstacles tomorrow will actually do something and will obscure vision. And I will also make it so that right now you can still do it. You cannot place a unit on top of a tree. Next to a tree. So I can only place them behind. That is interesting. That's an interesting effect. You see that? Lol. That's kind of funny. Okay. Damn. I wonder how to do that. We still need to do it so that this tree is partially transparent when something's behind it. Cool. Oh man, I'm so happy about this. Yes.